Hello and welcome. Clearly, I need to do some tuning. That intro was supposed to have some nice chillax music. But anyway, welcome to Morgan's. Oh no,
What's the matter?
I had a tab that started talking and I was hearing myself.
Oh,
Anyway, so I will get that tweaked for next time. But anyway, hello and welcome. It is Sunday afternoon. I am Morgan Hazelwood and I've got some editing to do. With me, I have my normal co host, Doc Coleman and Sako Tumi. Say hello to the nice people.
hello, nice people.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. I'm Sako Tumi, also known as Voit. I write horror, and I'm a witch, and I'm a graphic designer, and sometimes I combine those three things. Today, I'm coming up with dreams to have. That is... so I'm going through this existential crisis where I don't know what to do with my life. So I'm making purpose where there previously was none.
Okay. I hope you find loads of purpose that you can turn yourself to. I am Doc Coleman. I write steampunk comedy adventure, and I'm very happy that last weekend we launched this anthology. There, can we see it without the glare? A Cast of Crows, and that was a launch through eSpec Books, although the book doesn't officially release until October. I did have the strange experience this morning of having a coworker text me and ask about the book and end up buying the copy of the book from me. So I have to take it into him on Monday. But today I'm going to be dealing with something different. I'm going to be dealing with my taxes because it's April and we've already lost a chunk of days and I need to get them done. So this is it's going to be the tax adventure today.
I got 2/3 through my taxes and then was reminded that you can't put Planned Parenthood on there as a deductible and went back to redo it. And now I just have to review everything, but I should probably finish that up. I did figure out I don't owe from last year. So that was a huge relief. And as soon as I figured that out, I kind of lost momentum. But yeah, taxes should get done, but I'm not going to. I'm working on editing my space fantasy. Last time I got up to chapter like 3 or 4, and then I had my friend Patrick look at my first chapter, and he pointed out a couple spots that where the wording just wasn't quite there yet. But he didn't have any better suggestions. So those are really hard. So hopefully I'll get that done during the sprint and get to move forward because I've got some notes and things I'd like to incorporate. I need, her parents to ruin her life so she can get really mad and vindicated. So that's where I'm at, working on my space fantasy. So popping into the comments, I see Jonathan is back. Hello. And our favorite wordsmith, Sarah. Hello and welcome. Jonathan says they're going to create a bottled product and label it Purpose. Betting it will sell like hotcakes.
Life purpose.
Nice.
Yeah. I went the life flavored.
And wordsmith Sarah says that she's got a paid project with a swiftly approaching due date. So guesses she should get more of that done. So good luck, Sarah. I know it's harder when it's obligatory, but also easier when you have a deadline. It's fraught. So
Absolutely fraught.
Okay. So do we think we should edit?
And stuff and things. I was noticing that you got a new background.
I do. I have a new background. It's very exciting. Haha.
Ooh, cute.
That's kind of my view. So if it's too distracting, I might go back to the old one. But I'm just trying some new stuff out. So Oh, Jonathan says variety is the spice of life for sure. And Sarah says it's also nice to have someone else's rules and lore to obey in some ways. Yeah, I get that. That makes sense. So, what do we say we be productive?
Start off with a sprint, make it go.
Oh, that's not what I
That's
meant to share.
not the tab you were looking for.
Let's try that again.
Although
Present.
I did like the whole countdown screens. That was a nice addition.
For some reason it got labeled timer, so
Yeah,
the video did. Because it's a time countdown.
Yep.
So it came with the timer title. So anyway, this is what I meant to share. So let's go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1, boom. Chakalaka. And we're back. So, how was your sprint?
I'm figuring things out. I have the 10 miserable steps, but for now, I'm just doing the dreamy part.
So, are you figuring stuff out for yourself or a project?
No, for myself.
Okay.
You're reevaluating
Picture.
your life choices. You're plotting a course for the rest of your life.
Not the same course. I figure I'll be a different person in 5 years, you know.
I would definitely start off with the next, 1 to 3 years, see how it goes and reassess. Keep your life agile. You don't need to do the full plan the thing, execute the thing, never turn back, never change
Well,
course.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
you can be agile and still have a vision for where you want to end up. It's just
Well, that's vision. Where I want to end up is the tricky part.
okay. But it's like if you have a vision, it can be out there and you can figure out here's what I want to do in the next 1 to 3 years. And then
Yeah.
after that, magic happens, and then you get to the vision, and you
Yeah.
keep updating it as you move forward. But
Yeah.
Well, right.
Yeah.
Right. I just happened to accomplish all the goals I had beforehand before I was 40. So I'm kind of.
Yay. Congrats.
that's really good that you can set goals and accomplish them.
Yeah. But I need new goals. That is.
Oh yeah.
I hear you.
The
Well,
point.
the plan is to always be in a position where you need new goals. Figure out
Yeah, I know.
what farther horizons you can conquer.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
am in the progress of achieving things, so I don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth if I'm only doing it for 3 months or whatever. But
Right.
I really like to keep doing what I'm doing.
Sure. Which is awesome. I love, hanging out with you while we're working on our stuff. So, quick, we have Iguchi FPS and Tupper Hunter. Hello and welcome over on Twitter. So,
Or Twitch.
Twitch, yes, that one. It starts with the twi. So, Doc, how was your sprint?
Well, taxes got off to a rough start when I realized that after I sorted through all my stuff, I didn't have a hard copy of my W-2.
Oh,
dear.
So fortunately, I was able to go onto a work website and download it, but and discovered that TurboTax now lets you upload the PWF and it pulls all the information out for you. But that's about as
Nice.
far as I got.
Gotcha.
I thought I had gone and accessed it earlier and printed it out, but when I went up to check the printer, there was nothing there.
Dear,
But-
that's frustrating.
But I'm back on track now. I just
Okay.
haven't gotten very far.
So I got through the first 3-4 pages, whatever, the portion that Patrick helped me edit, and I ignored one of the edits and I reworded 2 different paragraphs so that it worked better with his suggestions, and I'm feeling pretty solid about the opening of my story. And Patrick, A, doesn't do fantasy, B, doesn't do lyrical, C, whatever, but he still found the balance of my story to description to backstory, not so much that it slowed the story. So that's
Right.
what I was really aiming for, getting that balance right. That's really been struggling with that this week. And so getting, a friend who I know is very critical and, does critiques of opening pages and queries, as a hobby. This is what he does. He helps people get agents. So having him use his skills for me rather than me co-hosting like I normally do was not as... I thought there was going to be a lot more red pen. So I was very relieved and really encouraged.
It was not as traumatic as expected.
Exactly. So
my superpower is summing up. So
yeah. So I also re-downloaded the opening video, which I think should have audio now. I think I had uploaded the pre-audio version as a placeholder while waiting to hear back on somebody finalizing their bio. No, you were good. So yeah, let me pop over into the comments. Let's see. Wordsmith Sarah says, in proper on a deadline fashion, I swept the floor, moved some furniture, and got a White Claw. I am the best at procrastinating. When I really have a work deadline or a writing deadline, my house is spotless.
You are welcome to come over and visit when you're on deadline, because
I have plenty of my own procrastinating to get done. I have laundry.
There's a reason why you only see this corner of my house.
Give him a little bit.
I have been getting dressed out of the clean clothes pile for 3 weeks, and it still hasn't gotten folded and put away. So it's on the to-do list.
Yeah.
Sarah says she did write the header for the section she's working on, which was already chosen, so it doesn't count. No.
Right.
And Gushi FPS asked, how's the writing going? I'm working on editing my space fantasy. I'm super excited. I'm starting to make some progress again, and I'm hoping to get halfway through by the end of the month, if not sooner. I do fantasy of all subgenres, but right now I'm working on an adult 3 point of view space fantasy with 2 humans and a sentient, please don't call us octopus person. So Tupper Hunter asks what stories we like to write about. So did y'all want to tell Tupper about it, or Hunter? I don't know which half to.
I can do that. Because I write steampunk comedy adventure. I've got my own alternate worlds where Queen Victoria has been reigning for over 150 years, and she is now known as the Eternal Empress. And technology kind of got stopped in its tracks. So the world is filled, well, the world looks very peaceful, but it's filled with all these disgruntled scientists that can't publish their new discoveries because it keeps getting taken away. It's got lots of intrigue and adventure and mad science.
Cool.
Nice.
I write horror in most of its genres. In fact, I'm trying to hit as many genres as possible in this thing that I'm writing right now, which is a choose your own adventure horror thing for adults. And I'm writing it with another horror writer, so I'm really hype about this project.
Sorry, a friend of mine was looking for someone who does logos, and my roommate used to work at a print shop, and do logos
she's
too.
Good. That's right. She does logos as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. And of course at Sako. Okay.
Oh, thanks.
I thought you were full up with work right now, so I didn't want to overload your shoulders.
No. I'm totally open for more.
So, Mama Maggie is here. Hello, MM Ward. And yeah, everybody struggles with beginnings. Beginnings are A, hard, and B, most people start in the wrong spot. I did a blog post all about it today, so go check that out because the algorithms decided only 4 people wanted to see it this week. I'm going to blame
bad
Spring
algorithms.
Break.
Bad.
It's a tenth of what I usually get, so I'm blaming Spring Break or something. I don't even know.
Yeah. Spring Break is a factor.
It's true. So Tupper asked Agushi what they like to write because they're hanging out together on Twitch. I said it right this time.
Yep.
And Gucci just dabbles, likes blogging, poetry, novellas, nothing too serious. It's as serious as you want it to be, no matter how long it is. But I'm so glad that you're enjoying it. So Mama Maggie just finished a 433-word, 45-minute sprint on Jules the Dawdling Writer. So thanks for coming by after that. That's pretty successful.
Yep.
SD Houston, hello and welcome. Made friends with my like button. Aw, thank you. And Mama Maggie joins both of us with procrastinating is my go-to when editing or formatting.
Let me do the formatting.
Yeah.
So you don't have to hassle.
Yeah. Tupper Hunter is writing a dentist sci-fi superhero story.
Because even superheroes get cavities. I don't know.
I mean, I can't think of a superhero story with dentists without thinking of the most famous villain dentist.
I said maybe the superhero is the dentist. That would be interesting.
I think so. Where, Little Shop of Horrors has taught me that dentists are villains. So, do you listen to
cavities and decay?
You should listen to his, his villain song when you're writing for like inspo, right? So let's see. Aguchi says, I feel like the second writer has a moral underlying theme in his work. Okay. So let's see. Or like he has a message to say.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah. And Mama Maggie is checking in with Sarah. She's had a rough couple weeks. So Sarah says, other than being on deadline, right now is okay. So, and Tupper Hunter says, trust me, the dentist sci-fi superhero story is really interesting. Awesome. Super exciting to hear that. So,
sweet.
As we all know, this is a Morgan channel. This is a Morgan stream. It's a productivity sprint. So do you know what that means? It's time for us to talk about our snacks.
Snacks, yes.
What snack is fueling your writing today?
Damn it.
Are you snack-free today?
Currently. I currently stand as snack-free, but I might go looking here.
You are reassessing your entire life right now.
I am.
So that can take a lot. Doc?
So I'm returning to the tried and true turtle Chex Mix. So
I took a date field trip to IKEA and we did the entire place, not just the marketplace. We zigged, we zagged, we got meatballs. I have never gotten IKEA meatballs before. We bought stuff. We spent way more money on things we didn't even know we needed. And we listened to the IKEA theme song on our way home. But long story short, I got their ginger thins while I was there.
Oh, those are some of my favorite cookies.
Yeah. So they're super tasty.
I usually get them during Christmas.
So
I have gone to IKEA specifically to get the meatballs and not been able to find them.
Oh no, I have the frozen ones here and we had some in the store, but I never knew because I usually go like in the evenings or just like never when the thing is open, the cafeteria. They're not a side dish. You have to get them with a meal.
Yeah.
So
I thought they were the meal.
it comes with mashed potatoes and lingonberry jam and peas. And the jam was amazing. Highly recommend.
Yes, the lingonberry jam is, and the meatballs together. I started putting jelly on my meatballs because of it. Like, I'm kind of here for it.
I stole the recipe from a friend, but my meatball recipe is a slow cooker with a big jar of grape jelly and 2 of the jars of chili sauce.
Yeah.
And you slow cook and you're good. So I'm planning on throwing a room party on Saturday at Balticon. So heads up, we're going to be on the party floor. And I'm going to do the meatballs and I think another slow cooker of like salted potatoes.
Cool.
So it's going to be a good party. I'm going to have fun.
I will not be on the party floor, but I will come down to visit you.
Yeah, because I can't do it Sunday. I was going to do a night off because I'm going to do the 1 hour. Hi, I also volunteer for my local writing sci-fi convention, Balticon, and it's coming up in 2 months. And I run their social media. So I'm going to do the first timers and friends, but that's just 1 hour on Friday night. And I was going to do a night in between that I didn't have anything, but the tech party is always Sunday night. So it's Saturday night. Is going to be my crafting and coloring party. And I got clipboards because I'm not going to have tables. And I'm going to get, my boyfriend has one of those laser printer things in that it cuts wood and leather and etches them. And I'm going
It's
to etch
the actual laser.
the
Yeah.
laser. Yes. So he's going to laser my like MH with a little circle on the back of them, not the front, because you need the smooth for the coloring. But yeah, so I'm super excited about that.
Cool.
I'm gearing up. I'm super excited. I'm going to see if we can get on the schedule and like actually have a room this year.
Oh.
I doubt it. They're really tight on space, but it would be really nice if we could stream. Because once a year, Doc, Sako, and I get together and we stream live from the same place at the same time.
We try to anyway.
It worked out last time for various levels of worked.
For various, yeah, the mileage kind of varied.
We were there, we were together, and we streamed.
Yeah, we
And
were
we had an
hanging out in
audience,
the
as I
lobby.
recall.
Speaking of though, we are they're looking for a masquerade photographer. And I said we could block off time for you to do that. And I think they said they would have backdrops and stuff. But they are also interested in having someone man a table and the space for the hall costumes when you walk by, grab a photo. But I don't have anyone for that. And you have contacts who might be interested. So
I can ask, yeah.
okay. Yeah.
I know a couple people who might be able to fill the thing, and especially if it's like portrait
Right.
oriented.
Yeah.
I should have a couple people in my pocket.
Okay. Awesome. Because that would be really nice. Because the person we used to have can no longer do it. So yeah. Oh, and Mama Maggie is having lemon cookies. So so many delicious treats. So
it is time for my treats.
Okay, so you're saying it's time for another sprint so you can get back to your snacks? Okay, that's what I'm hearing. So let's see. Here's the timer. Let me reset the timer. Let me go back up to the clock part, and let's go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1. Boom, chakalaka laka. And we're back. So I realized I need to take off some boots. You don't waitress with the knee-high boots, that waterproof boots that you went down to the beach with.
No.
So we just got to the part where she's switching shoes and going to refill everybody's water after washing her hands. I mean, come on. So.
Hi, Raven.
Oh. How was your sprint?
My sprint is good. It has me reassessing some of my goals.
Okay.
It has me reassessing some of my new dreams.
Aww.
As my friend, my childhood friend, is poking holes in it. So, helps to get someone's. I'm asking people, like, is it normal to, like, want to enjoy what I have for a while? Like,
yeah.
And Tay is like, you should be enjoying it, goddammit.
Basking and resting is a key part of our process,
Yeah, exactly.
You push and then you got to catch up to it,
I'm designing for video games now. Like,
that's super cool.
Like, I'm a established comic artist. Like, I'm running out of, like, things to be.
I hear you.
So, I would like to do more of those things.
Right.
Obviously. That would be ideal. It would be my dream to continue doing that.
Sure.
And it looks like the client that I have, I'm gonna have him for a little while longer, which is cool. Ooh. Steady work, yay!
Nice.
I wish it paid more, but like, or more often. I think I would be fine with the same pay, but more often.
That makes sense. So I'm glad you're getting jobs based on your skills, and people are seeking you out. That's really, really exciting.
Yeah.
So
most of it has been word of mouth, which is really
nice.
Cool. Is really cool.
Definitely. So okay, popping to the comments. Mama Maggie says she's got her simple recipe. The meatballs are just a beef and pork blend with a cream sauce of soy sauce, Dijon mustard, salt and pepper, but she adds paprika and pickle juice to hers and serves with cabbage juice. But grew up with a friend from Sweden, and so much salted and pickled stuff was served at their house that I expect the tang tart of pickling brine
and everything Swedish. Yeah.
Catticus did swing by briefly, but I don't know where he wandered off to. Raven swung by. Hello and welcome. Mama Maggie got 298 words in our little sprint, so that's pretty solid.
Nice.
Raven is recovering from a 3-mile walk. And Sarah...
Seems to be like a regular week, like one time a week sort of thing, too. Okay. So, more power to him.
Some is better than none. That's my...
3 is a lot.
When it comes to self-care, anything worth doing is worth doing early. Well, I want to hit 7,500 steps a day is what you're supposed to. 5,000 is my daily goal. 3,000 is what I actually aim for on a normal day.
Yeah. I had to turn my notifications off because it kept using my visit to Brooklyn as my baseline.
Oh, no.
And we walked like 15 miles that day.
That is not a thing.
So I was like, I have had enough of these notifications. And my husband's like, you can turn those off. And I was like,
Yeah. I live in a rancher. I work in a rancher. My kitchen is 10 steps that direction. If I don't work at it, I can easily be triple digits per day with steps, which is not healthy. No matter.
Me too. And most of my steps are like on the stairs.
At least I don't even get steps. Like stairs. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, popping back to the comment, Sarah got like 600 words. Damn. And figured out some system stuff she didn't understand but needed to understand to write. That's awesome. We have Lady Neo too. Hello. I think you're a first timer. Hello and welcome. We do productivity sprints. We've probably got one more sprint, and then we take a couple minutes off, eat snacks, and talk about how it's going.
Oh, I had a snack.
Oh, what was your snack?
My snack was some Fritos.
Okay.
Like, turns out that Greg doesn't like Fritos.
I mean, not everybody
So
can be perfect.
he's like, thank you. He's like, thank you. At least someone's eating them.
Right? Okay. So Lady Neo is about to get some dinner. So thanks for swinging by in any case. Raven says, is it the Swedes that are the big fans of salted licorice?
It's
Unsure.
actually the Norwegians.
Oh, okay.
Salted licorice is a big thing in Norway and Germany. Now that
Okay.
I think about it.
So let's see. Laura Nettles made it. Hello. Laura is back in Canada and is snuggling with Roy over a pizza in the oven. That sounds perfect.
That is living the life.
And did 26,000 steps on Friday in Disney.
Exactly.
My feet hurt. I'm thinking about it and my feet hurt.
My Fitbit aspect of my phone is having a seizure.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So, oh, and I finally got shout outs to my Twitch and my YouTube followers. So I've got a little banner that goes across the bottom now.
Yes, I noticed.
So I'm very excited about that. So, Raven said, I knew salted licorice was a big thing in that part of the world. I just couldn't remember which country really went in on it hard.
Norway, yeah. No, the difference between the Norwegian and the German is like the amount of salt.
I
Like
hear that.
Norwegian is like super salted.
Gotcha.
Super salted. And you can buy it that way at the Hershey's tour store thing. Like if you
Sure.
go to Hershey, Pennsylvania and buy candy, like you can get like legit Norwegian licorice.
Oh wow. I know most of what I know about Norway and Scandinavia from the webcomic Scandinavia in the World. So it's a great webcomic, and the artist also has a whole series on the relationship practices of different animal species in comic form, with them as like anthropomorphized versions of the animals, and it is adorable. I highly recommend.
I will look into it.
I think it's Human Comics.
Oh, Human! Aww.
Yeah.
I used to file Humans, all of the things, and they actually like taught me a thing about drawing that I still use today.
That's awesome.
So
I'm a recovering webcomic addict, so
this was like 2003, I think I found Human.
Couple weeks ago.
yeah, a couple years. But like there was a shading technique that they use that I have used constantly in my practice of art.
Sure.
So I owe some of my growth to Human.
That's awesome. But yeah, the human lives is adorable. And I've fallen off Scandinavia in the World, and I don't know why. I really enjoyed it. I think I got a new laptop and all my links didn't transfer over. And then I got behind, and catching up seemed a little
daunting.
So, Mama Maggie is training to do the Manitou incline. It's 2,744 steps up a 45 to 60% incline that climbs 2,000 feet in elevation. Oof. I don't know if I could. I got up to a 5K and destroyed my feet. So that's a lot. Mama Maggie says she learned a lot from the Hedge Eve channel, and she's in school there. Okay, I
Cool.
think about Scandinavia. So
Mm.
Raven says has a creative exercise to pose. Did anyone else get into crafting their own spider soda when Into the Spider-Verse came out? Raven came up with a middle-aged janitor at Oscorp who ended up falling afoul of Kurt Connors, the lizard, research that made him into my version of Spider-Man, the wolf spider. No, but now I'm kind of welcome back, Doc. How was your sprint?
Hi. Well, I made some progress on the taxes, and then groceries arrived, and had to deal with that.
I thought that's where you were.
Yeah.
When you disappear on a Sunday.
And the fact that I put in a comment that said,
Where?
there, groceries arrived. Be back in a minute.
Who knew? Who knew?
I didn't even see that one. Yeah.
Yep.
Sure is
wow,
heck.
it's right there. Okay.
Yeah.
So that
Overlooked
sounds
again.
like super productive sprint to me.
Oh, I'm out of water.
Yeah.
Me too.
Pouch.
So, I am. Raven says that he's been revisiting the idea because the second Spider-Verse movie is being advertised now. Yeah, I went and saw the D&D movie and it was awesome, and I saw the preview for.
I want to go with some of my D&D people.
Yes.
That would be fun.
So,
Could
two
go
of
in
them
garb?
may have gone on Saturday.
I want to go in garb, yeah.
Two of them might have gone on Saturday. But they might go again. I mean, it's pretty solid.
It's a solid enough movie.
I really enjoyed it. The fan service was in place names and spell names and not in breaking fourth wall or anything like that.
Okay.
But like you could see the reaction of someone having rolled a 1 and someone having rolled a 20, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
From what I've heard, that a lot of the characterizations are true to players.
Yes. Yes. But I think the biggest complaint I've seen is the bard doesn't use any spells. Like, as complaints go, that's pretty low on the scale.
That's
I was
pretty
gonna
low.
say,
Are they at least charismatic?
Yes.
have they ever seen someone play a bard? Come on.
They act like a bard in every other way. So
I mean, the classic thing for a bard is to use magic items instead of actually casting spells, because somebody else's magic items are a lot more powerful.
yeah. So popping into the comments, Mama Maggie reminds us to hydrate or dihydrate, which we will be doing as soon as we get into the next sprint. Laura is being haunted by the smell, the aroma of the pizza.
I kind of want pizza.
Right? Mama Maggie says the middle is coming home for the youngest's 18th birthday, and they're going to go see the D&D movie. That's awesome.
Sweet.
Nice.
Sarah says that Tom Morello is in it for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, for like 2 seconds, yeah.
Mama Maggie, bards. I use magic items badly.
Yep, pretty much.
Sarah is a diehard bard. That's awesome. I've played every class a little bit, but I think
Me too.
Wizard's probably lowest on my list.
Yeah.
I haven't played a good paladin.
I do have a slight issue. If you've seen any of the previews, the druid does do owlbear form, and I'm slightly traumatized from like 10 years ago. I was in a game and an owlbear ripped off my arm and fed it to its children, and then when we healed me and my arm came back, it was never right again. So I kind of not huge into owlbears because I have a little trauma going on with that.
Oh, I see. I have a character whose patron is an owlbear.
That's hilarious. Oh,
so your character was not into the circle of life, huh? wasn't happy with their place on the Circle of Flame.
Oh.
Well,
Sarah says that Tom Morello was in a crowd shot, but she loves him, so doesn't care. And Sarah has played everything, but she's a bard. And
Yep.
owlbears are, in fact, her fave.
I like playing like wizards / witches.
I'm more the sorceress than the wizard.
Also meets sorceress, right?
Yeah.
Like the witch is like right in between the two.
Right.
I've wanted to play a sorcerer, or sorry, not a sorcerer. I've wanted to play a warlock.
Warlocks are great.
Yeah.
I'm playing one right now.
Especially since they revamped them in 5th edition, made them a lot more powerful. But
yeah.
For the most part, I usually align behind the rogue because I like having all the skills.
That makes sense.
I'm often a rogue or the GM. I'm the GM a lot.
So that means you get to be all the classes all the time.
I am all of the classes all the time.
Ravens only had the opportunity to play as his own character as Barbarian and a Ranger thus far, and neither lasted very long. His characters are more prone to death than a Sean Bean roll. Sarah enjoys a bard with Eldritch Blast. And Mama Maggie says that the middleist is obsessed with playing a tiefling paladin in every game. Oh my gosh. I enjoyed my tiefling wizard who got to point out
paladin.
Yeah.
What god does a tiefling, like Asmodeus?
Chaotic neutral or chaotic good?
I once had a tiefling swashbuckler rogue who worshipped Ali Damara, which is in the Greyhawk. If you're familiar with Greyhawk, that's of course the god of wine, women, and song.
Yeah. Paladins don't have to subscribe to.
Oh, I've played paladins that weren't good.
Yeah. You just said you've never played a good one. I was just letting people know at home that paladins do not have to be totally uptight. It depends on their god. Although
uptight can be evil too.
Oh yes. But I've definitely played with a friend who was playing an uptight paladin who was so aggravating. They did it very well. I also had someone forget I was not my kinder character and dislike me for 2 years until they remembered I was not my character. Also, that game had 18 people in it, and I was basically the assistant DM saying, hey, you're on deck, you're up next, and keeping track of everybody's AC so we could keep going. Because if you don't have somebody tracking that, side conversations get bad. So they would debate, and I would go ahead and make a decision and do something because, oh my God, we only have 4 hours to play today.
Yeah.
So...
You had 18 people in the game. That was a squad. I mean, that was an entire platoon.
Okay. Technically, we usually had between 8 and 12 in the game, but we did a spring break game or something that did have 18, and it got a lot ridiculous.
But it's like, that's not just a party. That's an entire military
to keep
unit.
us from shopping, she started the game 2 weeks after the apocalypse, so all the looting opportunities were done. Because she didn't want to have to deal with the shopping, because a shopping trip could take a whole episode.
What? Shopping episodes are fun.
Yeah, but not when you're doing a one-shot.
Oh. Shopping in a one-shot is kind of pointless.
Yeah. Well, it was like a spring break. So we were doing a couple days in a row, but it was one quick campaign thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Sarah says that her husband runs online games, so hit her up if you're looking for a game and you're over 18.
You know what? I will remember that. I am currently topped out on games, but I will hit you up if I am looking for another group.
That is actually very tempting if I ever get my writing on schedule again.
Never. So Raven would like to play a warlock, but the closest thing he's going to get is playing a Lovecraftian water genasi bard, and his brother-in-law is already running game. apparently they're having a bard off where everyone plays a bard vying for the bardic position on a pirate ship.
That sounds fun.
Sounds super fun. Super fun.
That sounds fun.
See,
Anyway, go ahead.
vying for the position on a pirate ship. It's like, okay, you go in there, you let everyone else sing, you pull out your 2 guns, you shoot them all dead.
Oh dear.
I win. It's like, yep, that's pirate style.
Yeah. Sarah says that her husband's got a Discord. So anyway, that was a lot of D&D talk. We're here also for some sprinting, maybe? What you say?
We can squeeze in one more.
I think we can squeeze in one more. Let's go ahead and get started. Sharing the screen in 3, 2, 1, boom. Chakalaka-laka. And we're back.
And we're back.
So, how was your sprint?
My sprint was basically watching you talk silently to.
I've noticed that too.
When I'm editing for flow, I have to.
Oh, I follow. Okay.
Oh, so it was a mumbly editing pass.
Yeah, it was a mumble pass. And I caught some description that went on too long in between dialogue and action that I had to either combine or move around.
Oh, Raven.
So wait, okay. Popping into the comments, Raven is headed to the shower because marinating in 3 miles of my own special sauce is not ideal. And he wishes us to have a lovely remainder of the day, folks.
Yay!
So yeah, let's see. What page am I on now? I've gone over chapter 1 again. I'm almost done with the first scene. I am on page 10. I'm okay with 10. 10 does not make me sad.
10 does not make you sad. That is good.
So, how was your sprint, Doc?
I've made some progress. Get with my taxes. Got most of my income in, but keep finding little things that I have to go and look up.
If you'd like to share your income, I could help out with that.
You know what? Odds are you may make more than I do. So, I work for an employer which is how shall I put this?
Stingy?
Statutorily stingy. There we go.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I did refill my water. Did anybody else get more beverage?
I really should have. I'm still sipping from empty cups.
I keep my my hydration refill close at hand for these sessions. So.
Excellent.
What I lose in steps, I make up on Beat Saber later.
I may or may not be able to join. I'm not sure when I'm getting home. I'm celebrating a friend's birthday after this. Technically, it was 3 to 6, but I heard that there was board gaming going till whenever.
Oh.
You're just going to drop by them.
I said I have my regular obligation.
I'm just going to drop by them in your Apple Music.
Apple Music?
That was not.
Siri suddenly decided I was talking to her. She was wrong.
No, yeah, Siri does that. She's an intention bleep. So I think we need a quick stretch break.
I think a stretch break is excellent.
Even if we're stopping, I still need to stretch.
I should have a friend showing up any minute.
It's good to have friends.
It is. It's going to be awesome.
Yay. I'm glad you're going to get to see and hang out with people that you like.
Yeah.
So, okay, where were we? Sako was saying how her sprint went.
I was dreaming up more things.
Okay.
Like remembering all the little things that I want, all the little upgrades.
Sure.
That would be nice.
Is that a journal, or do you have like a...
This is actually check this out. Like, it's a completely handwritten, watercolored book.
Fun. Okay.
Like, it's basically Manifest, an illustrated and handwritten guide to discovering your own magic.
Okay.
And it does like a level 10 thing without being level 10.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah. I was
so
just
it's
curious
less taking stock. I think I'm taking stock of what I've succeeded at.
Okay.
And then I can move forward with the upgrades.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. Oh, yeah. And I hit page 10. So
yeah.
How was everybody in the audience? How was your sprint? How was your, entire sprints, like your live stream productivity?
Indeed. I did a few words. tools. Word count.
Oh, and I do have a new YouTube follower, Ty Watson. So thank you and welcome.
Woo.
New followers are good.
Right? I've been told you're supposed to give a shout out to them because I am excited about them, but I usually notice like 3 days later.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do a little better at that. So, Sarah needs to move her furniture back.
Ah.
Working so hard, the furniture moved. I get that.
I hope there's someone helping you move furniture. Huh. Huh.
Nudge, nudge, say no more.
So, okay. Well, thank you all for coming. Let's go ahead and tell the nice people where they can find us. And wait, is tomorrow a live stream day or not? Let me find out.
Is tomorrow a live stream day? I mean, I have my.
No, my next query helpline is on the 17th. So not this week, but next. So if you, I'll do it later. Go.
Oh, okay. I'm Sako Tumi, also known as Voit. You can Google either of those names or Sako. You can Google either of those names and you will find my stuff. I am on all the social media. Well, much of the social media.
Some of the social media.
Some of the, and maybe even find my website. Maybe that would be nice.
If you're on YouTube, it should be linked.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
All right, and Sako's done, so I'll jump in. I am Doc Coleman. I write about mad science, manners, and mayhem. If you're interested in seeing some of my writings, just go to your favorite search engine. It could be Google, and search for Doc Coleman Steampunk. And that will take you to my Amazon author page. It'll take you to my website at doccoleman.com. And you can take a look at the books that I've got published. I still need to update for the latest anthology that I'm out in, which technically isn't going to be released until October. But hopefully I'll get some information out on conventions I'll be attending and places where I'll be doing book signings, and you can look me up there and get me to sign your book.
Okay. And I'm your host, Morgan Hazelwood. I am an actively querying fantasy author who realized that maybe I should stop shelving my first manuscript and put it back in the query trenches because otherwise I'm self-rejecting. So I'm going to hopefully get to that this week. And yeah, right? Getting back in the trenches. Over on, I also blog, vlog, and podcast, Writing Tips from the Pros, and my own writerly musings. Over on my podcast, Writing Tips and Writerly Musings, wherever you get your podcasts, you can find this week Morgan's complete guide to attending conventions, all the way from should you even go, what do you need, and how to make the most of it. Over on YouTube and the blog, morganhazelwood.com. This week I was talking about pacing your first chapter because that's what I've been working on to get your agents to read your first chapter. Your first chapter has a lot of work to do. So here's how to balance all the needs and a couple of the techniques that various people use to get that first chapter, that critical chapter, just right. And I had an author spotlight feature with F. Deal. She's a musician, an author, and a cancer survivor who bears the scars of having taught English for 31 years.
She's one of my co-contributors in this book.
Yes, she is. And she shares her writing tips and writerly musings with us. And I got my RavenCon schedule. If you are near Richmond, Virginia in 2 weeks, I am going to be at RavenCon. Friday, I'm going to talk about quote unquote winning NaNoWriMo and con survivalism. Saturday, I'll be discussing creating social media content and the beta reader. And Sunday, I'll be discussing the writer's life discover your process, and so you want to start a podcast, and hopefully finding somewhere to squat to do this live stream. Maybe the hotel lobby. We'll see. So catch you all then. Have a lovely week, and good luck with your writing. Good luck with your snacking, wherever you are in your process.
And don't forget to do your taxes.
Yeah. Or file for an extension. You know,
Yeah.
you can do that too. So bye. Have fun.